This is Sensei Gale, and thank you for joining me today for our first Shotokan Karate active class of the spring 2021 semester. I will be making videos periodically throughout the semester to help guide you along in the art of Shotokan Karate so that you could get a good understanding of what the art is like, the reasons why we do certain things, some of the differences between Shotokan Karate and other arts, and so forth. To begin, the first thing that we did was warm up, so let's do that. Jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What I also recommend is scissor jacks, going in the opposite direction, keeping your arms limber with some arm circles going forward, backwards, waist rotations, and so forth. Stretching out your legs, different positions. But you could do that as much as you want throughout the day. Let's get into the actual Shotokan Karate art itself. We began with how to make a punch. From a supinated position, supinated such as you're holding a bowl of soup, hands up, palms up. Close your fingers together one by one, wrap your thumbs around, and come around to make 2 strong fists. Important note, your wrist should be straight, your arm should be straight. You don't want to punch somebody like this or punch somebody like this. No, keep the wrist straight when you punch. There are punches in Shotokan Karate where we will deliver a punch like this, but still, it's straight. Or like this, or like this. But the same principle applies where the wrist is straight. We'll get into more advanced Shotokan Karate punching techniques as the semester unfolds. But that's basically a fundamental principle. Okay? Pretend there's a pole in front of us. There's a piece of rope around that pole holding our hands together. Put your knuckles together, find the middle of your body, pull back. Now, as I pull back this hand right here, this hand's gonna launch forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha! Ki-eyeing is important to deliver your energy. From a physiological standpoint, it's like that exertion point in an exercise. When you're curling, exhale. Excuse me. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're exhaling at the exertion point of the exercise. In karate, not necessarily with every strike, but there are strikes, there are key points, especially in Shotokan Karate's katas, the forms, including in our semester, Heian Shodan, that I will be teaching, that you will be using your ki-eyes along the way to help charge you up, to give you that energy, to give you that mental psyche, that boost to last you throughout the end of the kata. Now that we did the punches, let me go over one of the unique things that Shotokan Karate has to offer, and that is the Roundhouse Kick. How we did the Roundhouse Kick today was standing from a neutral position. We brought our arms together and we came back into a letter C-like transition. We lift up our leg to the side, we kick, and we land. Now the kick is very important because, let me go over in detail from this perspective. My leg comes off to the side, I kicked around and landed. Whipping the leg out and pulling it back in as fast as possible on both sides is very important. Also, it's how you're kicking. You're kicking with the ball of the foot. You're kicking with the ball of the foot. Just like how the punch is with these 2 knuckles, by kicking with the ball of the foot, you're kicking with the knuckles of the feet. Not the toes curled down though, the toes curled up, so you're delivering the max PSI. This requires a lot of flexibility. It's difficult to pull off, but you will get it with practice. So how we did this drill in succession was as such. 1, slide back. 2, slide back. 3, slide back. Okay? With the other leg, similarly. 1, and letter C back. 2, letter C back. 3, and back. That's how we did it from a semi-stationary position. We also did it traveling forward. And to do that, 1, 2, 3. You notice that my stance is deep. In Shotokan Karate, we work on our core. It's an art that has an almost even balance of punches and kicks, and we stay really low to build up a lot of energy, so then when we do fight, Shotokan can have a deeper stance than a lot of martial arts, but even when you stand up here, you've trained down here, that now up here, you're more dynamic. You are able to come in and out more quickly. We also went over punches today, stepping in punches. I begin, left hand over the neck, right leg in, downward block. Notice how deep I am. Notice how deep I am. My leg's not quite parallel with the floor, but my distance is quite long. My gait is going to be long. Punching. 1, 2, 3. Long, deep stances, doing letter C or reverse letter C, going forward and back. With the front snap kick, it's the same thing. If we're coming from here, 1, 2, 3. If you're not traveling back and forth throughout your room, our drill was 1, reset, 2, reset, 3, reset. And if you're working with the other leg, 1, reset, 2, reset, ha, and back. As the semester unfolds, I will make these videos periodically, like I said. If you stick around in class and make it an attempt to show up all 32 times at the end of the semester, that should be enough for you to get a proper understanding of Shotokan Karate and receive your yellow belt, or if you are training for your orange belt by the end of the semester. If you find yourself struggling at any time though, feel free to email me and I'll make something specific for you. I would be happy to answer your questions individually, or I should say, study outside of class. Use these videos. You've got several minutes in the day of free time. Over the weekend, you have a little bit of a gap between when we meet. Go over, watch the video, try your best to recreate the moves, and if you're falling behind, that's the extra little boost that you're going to use to your advantage and get you through the semester. Thank you for your time. This is Sensei Gale signing out. Hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next Monday for more. Bye.